All right, shalom, shalom. This is Great Millstone, Lake Charles Camp, coming back with another sit down. Before we do anything, we want to give all praise, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahushua, Ba'ashem, Rakakadash. Double honor to the Apostle of the Great Millstone. Peace and blessing to you, brothers, throughout the four winds, pushing this truth and sincerity, week in and week out, doing it with all diligence and truth. Okay. We're going to go into knowing the mission. Okay. Knowing the mission. You have to understand the times that we're coming in. You have to be really dialed in, because the whole time walking this walk, you're supposed to be prepping for something. And that preparation is knowing what you're prepping for. Okay. Now we know that we're prophesying the downfall of America. We know we're prophesying that Yahushua was going to come and there was going to be chaos and destruction, and the elect men were going to be delivered. But now when we're seeing it, we have to basically live it out. We said it spiritually. We prophesied. Now we have to live it. Okay, so I'm going to go through an account of Yahushua knowing. Okay, he was actually knowing what was being prepped. Let me get John chapter 18, start at verse 3. We're going to read on down. Baba Kashah.
Right. This is John chapter 18 and verse 3. Judas, then having received a band of men and officers from the chief priests and Pharisees, cometh thither with lanterns and torches and weapons.
Now, so this is the betrayal. So now, being betrayed, what you have to understand is the Lord's eyes were set and steadfast on, I have one mission objective. I got a job to do. Okay, go ahead.
It say, Yahushua, therefore knowing all things that should come upon him.
Now, knowing all things, he knew the mission. Okay, he knew all things, just like we know. We have in part, so we prophesy in part, but we know that some of us are going to be even taken unto the death, bro. So by knowing that, what should we be doing? We know the mission. We need to prepare for it. Okay, we can't control it anyway. So you know the mission, so therefore you set your mind at ease with things. Okay, the Spirit gonna control all. We understand all that, but you have to know and prepare, because these scriptures are basically things that's going to stabilize us. Okay, and we have examples. We're reading one of how we should act and conduct ourselves in times of trouble. Okay, go ahead.
I appreciate it.
Go ahead.
This is 1 Thessalonians 3 and 3. That no man should be moved by these afflictions, for yourselves know that we are appointed thereunto. For verily, when we were with you, we told you before that we should suffer tribulation, even as it came to pass, and ye know.
Right. Speak on it, God.
And that's why I say that you shouldn't be moved by these afflictions and the things that come among you, that are basically, like, say if you get interrogated or you get snatched up, like using this example, that is something coming to you to harm you. You shouldn't be, fear and in doubt, because you know that we're subject to these things.
Right.
Verse 4.
Yeah.
Yahushua, therefore knowing all things that should come upon him, went forth and said unto them, whom seek ye?
Right. So he knew it. Whom seek ye? Go ahead.
It say, then answer him, Yahushua of Nazareth. Yahushua said unto them, I am he.
I am he. So, hey, I'm who you looking for. Go ahead.
It say, Yahushua unto them, I am he, and Judas also, which betrayed him, stood with them. Oh man. It say,
but then again, he already told him he was going to betray him, because he's all knowing. So in that mind frame, you have to understand, bro, everything that you go through and that you're going to go through, already be prepared for it. You know, just like with Job, his woman cursed the Most High and died. So therefore, when you see that, you got to put in your mind, man, my wife might betray me. Okay? These were men that were his so-called disciples. When they were his disciples. They were his disciples. So one of them betrayed him. So you got to look at so-called people who's supposed to be your brethren. I mean, nothing should be in the element of surprise for you.
Yeah.
Because you see so many examples of men and women doing these things to the men that were chosen. So the elements of surprise should never sneak up on you. Okay? You're supposed to prepare yourself for this. Okay? You have to know the mission. All right? And when you know the mission, you know one thing. Nothing's going to catch me off guard. Okay? Nothing. Go ahead.
Peace out.
Go ahead.
All right, this is First Peter 1:13. It say, wherefore, gird up the loins of your mind. Be sober and hope to the end for the grace that is to be brought unto you at the revelation of Yahushua Mashiach. All right, so they say what? Gird up the loins of your mind, man. Like the brother was saying, you have to put in your mind and be prepared that anything goes, anything can happen at any given moment. Like the example with Job, like, man, my wife might betray me. And like the Apostle Gabor was saying, like, what do you do in a moment when you see your lady taking your seed and telling you, well, we finna go get this chip, we taking this chip, what you gonna do? They looking at you with droopy eyes. So you have to know the mission, like the brother saying. That's it on that.
Okay, continue on.
It say, Yahushua answered and told,
6.
Salaki. As soon, this verse 6, as soon then as he had said unto them, I am he, they went backward and fell to the ground. Then asked he them again, whom seek ye? And they said, Yahushua of Nazareth. It said, Yahushua answered, I have told you that I am he. If therefore ye seek me, let those go their way.
Like, hey, I'm prepared. I know the mission. You seek me, here I am. Let everybody else go. I'm the one you're looking for. Go ahead.
It say, verse 9, that the saying might be fulfilled, which he spake of them which thou gavest me, I have lost none. Have I lost none?
Right. Go ahead.
Then Simon Peter, having a sword, drew it, and smote the high priest's servant, and cut off the right ear. The servant's name was Malchus.
So, hey, he was ready for war.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? He was like, hey, bro, nah, back up. But the Lord knew. Let them go. Let them go. Because I'm who you're seeking for. Like, he was ready for the mission, bro. He knew what the mission was. Okay, go ahead.
It say verse 11. Let me highlight it real quick. All right. It say, then said Yahushua unto Peter, put up thy sword unto the sheath, Salaki. The cup which my father had given me, shall I drink it?
Shall I not drink it?
Shall I not drink it?
That was a question. Shall I not drink it? So I'm already prepared for what's coming. It's inevitable. I know the mission. I'm going forth through with the mission. Nothing is going to stop me. Okay? We know the mission through Yahweh Shem Yahushua that some of us are going to be put to death. Did we throw a towel in? No. This man has been walking this walk for years, bro. You don't get all the way to the end, to the finish line, just to take your foot off the gas and say, I can't go the rest of this way. You know what I'm saying? No. You stand your fucking ground. You stand solid. Okay? That's the thing. You have to stand solid. It's guys that you know that walk with you on a daily that you're possibly going to see give themselves over and take that chip, bro. You know what I'm saying? That's a good possibility. All right? But you have to know the mission to the death. Okay? To the death is what this is all about faith. more than anything, bro, this is about faith, bro. Because what it said, wisdom and knowledge shall be the stability of thy time. Okay? If that's so, what it's telling you is you got to have faith in those scriptures and those men that you read about. You have to have faith that the Lord really came through and got them out of that position they were in, because you believe the words that were written. You're going to see a separation from the men and the boys, bro. You're going to see a major separation just because of faith. All right? Faith goes without saying, bro. You know, it's some people that's going, hey, their faith is really going to be tested, some more than others, but you will be tested. Okay? If your faith ain't up to par, you're going to see people who you thought were really men of the Lord going to fold like lawn chairs, bro. You're going to see a lot of these members in these other camps that really don't have the faith because they're walking blindly. They don't think it's about faith. It's about just you keep the law. You keep the law. You do this with the law. Or you worship this man. Or you do this. This walk is about faith, bro. Go ahead. You had a precept?
Yeah. I just thought about one when you just said that. This is all right, this is 1 Peter 1:9, showing that what this is all about faith. It say receiving the end of your faith, even the salvation of your soul. So without faith, it's impossible for you to make it out of here.
Right.
You see?
Right. So you if you don't have that faith, man, that's unmovable, that unfeigned faith, you will not make it out of this place, bro. Like, man, I'm telling you, because the difference is you can say all day what you're going to do. You can, man, I'm gonna do this, man, I'm gonna do that, I'm gonna stay to the end, I'm gonna be a rider, all that. But when you have the butt of an AK-47 pointed in your face and pointed at your son or your daughter or your wife, does that faith still remain? Okay? But that's what we're practicing and grooming ourselves to be and to do in these times. All the talking is gone now. Okay? You got to put up, hey, you got to show and prove. You got to show and prove. All the talking is done with. All right? The Lord going, okay, you bought that? Let's see. Free?
Yeah.
Go ahead.
This is Sirach 4:28. Strive for the truth unto death, and the Lord shall fight for thee. All right. Verse 29. The brother was just saying, like, basically don't talk about it. You know, it say, be not hasty in thy tongue. Don't, you know, you get guys, I'm gonna die, you know, I'm gonna do this, I'm gonna do this for the Lord, do that for the Lord. It say, and in thy deeds slack and remiss. You see, don't say you about it, but when it come down to it, you curling.
Slack and remiss. Now you're folding on your word. You know what I'm saying? Like, bro, the Lord is not playing games, bro. He is not playing games, bro. You got to be what you say you're about. You got to be a man of your word, bro. And it's a damn shame if you come this far in this walk just to throw the towel in, bro. You could be a brother that put in 10 plus years and then throw the towel in. Like, bro, could you imagine having to look at Howard Shah in his face after everything is said and done? Like, could you imagine, like, you let me down? You know what I'm saying? After all the times and things you've been through in life, and I got you through them. Okay, you could carry on that.
All right. This is verse 12. It say, then the band and the captain and officers of the Jews took Yahushua and bound him.
They bound him because he knew. Now jump to Matthew for me.
Matthew.
Yeah, 16, start at 21.
This is Matthew chapter 16, verse 21. From that time forth, it say, from that time forth began Yahushua to shew unto his disciples how that he, Salakia, if I can add, it just say that they bounded Yahushua up. You see, and the scriptures say what? The servant is no greater than his master, man.
Right. That's right.
You see, and when you read, the Lord say that what? In Revelations, he say what? Some of you shall be cast into prison and tried for 10 days.
Stay faithful to death.
Stay thou faithful unto death, man. All right. It say, this is Matthew 16:21. For that time forth began Yahushua to shew unto his disciples how that he must go unto Jerusalem and suffer many things. Man, it say of the elders and the chief priests and scribes, and be killed and be raised again the third day.
Now let's check that out. He's telling them these things must happen. This is someone whose eyes is on the prize. Otherwise, we wouldn't be here right now doing this. If he didn't hold forth to the mission that he had to go forth and do, we wouldn't be here making videos because we would have no hope. Okay, we would be hopeless. All right, we would have to answer for our own sins. That means everybody in the nation of Israel would have had to die. Okay, but the Lord done that because he knew if I don't, then it's no hope for the nation of Israel, those elect men. This has to be done. But the thing is, he seen the vision. He knew it. He knew it had to be done. By any means, I have to do this. By all means, nothing's going to stop me or get in the way of me doing what I have to do. Okay? So when you set forth to do something, let your mind be persuaded in your own mind, bro. Persuade yourself. I'm not going to stop. Okay? When you want to stop doing something, you know what you do? Think about why you started. If you want to stop, if you're doing something and you get tired and you want to give up, think about the reason why you started. And that's motivation. You're going to see, oh man, the reason I started was, well, the Lord had all these things set up anyway. So by me continuing, that's basically saying I want the kingdom of heaven. You know what I'm saying? Like, let that be your mission objective. Let that be you persuading yourself by saying, man, I want to rule. Whatever I have to do, if I got to read every day and make videos every day, I'm going to be persuaded in my own mind that nothing's going to knock me off this road that the Lord, he gave me the truth. Let me take advantage of it. I want to hear, well done, thou good and faithful servant. Okay? I want to say, I held on to the death, to the end. I was willing to die for Yahweh Shem Yahshua the way he died for me. Okay?
Verse 22.
Yeah.
If I can add, the scriptures say through great tribulation shall you enter to the kingdom of heaven, man.
That's right.
So like brother saying, you put in your mind and understand that you are going to have to go through these things. I believe it's in Isaiah 50 when it say what? I said, I'm gonna get it later. It say, I set my face like a flint, looking forward. You know what I'm saying? When all these things was coming into me, I set my face like a flint, showing that what? He was set and bounded in his mind.
Right.
All right. It say, then Peter took, the verse 22, then Peter took him and began to rebuke him, saying, be it far from thee, Lord, this shall not be unto thee.
Now, you have somebody denying, like, man, no, we can't have that. Same when they cut the guy's ear off. We can't have that. No, we need you. We love you. No, nuh-uh. Starting to rebuke him. Like saying what you're saying, that's not how it's going to happen. No. Look what Yahushua told him.
Verse 23. But he turned and said unto Peter, get thee behind me, Satan.
So he knew that spirit of Satan was on him, trying to stop him from his task, trying to knock him off the road that led to this moment of us basically trying to reel in the elect and us getting the hell out of this place. Okay? The Lord knew his mission. Nothing was going to stop him from that. Okay, go ahead.
It say, thou art an offense unto me.
You offending me. I have to do this for the nation. For you know what I'm saying, for the elect, and ultimately all of Israel. That's why the first thing they asked him when he came out of their grave was, is it time to restore the kingdom into Israel? Is it time yet? Okay, go ahead.
For thou art savorest not the things that be of the Most High.
For thou savorest not the things. So you don't have a taste for the things of the Most High, but of men. You're looking at the physical. The Lord is a spiritual being, bro. You're looking at the physical, that I'm gonna have to die and you're gonna have to see me killed by these men. You got to see all these things, but you're missing the greater picture. The greater picture is we all get to be together in the end in righteousness. Okay, we're all going to be in this earth, and everything is going to be set back in its natural state. That's why this has to be done. You're seeing the physical. I'm not going to be with you anymore. You know what I'm saying? But you're not going to see me physically anymore. You're going to have to watch me go through all these things. But that's done for a purpose that you can't even imagine yet. You can't even see it yet. It's way further up the road. Go ahead. You got precept? Go ahead.
This is Revelations chapter 2 and verse 10. All right. It say, fear none of those things which thou shalt suffer. Behold, the devil shall cast some of you into prison, that ye may be tried, and ye shall have tribulation 10 days. For be thou faithful. This is the point right here. Be thou faithful unto death, and I will give thee a crown of life. All right. So like the bro saying, like Yahushua told him, look, you basically missing a bigger picture, man. All right. I have to do that. You see, and we know that we see and know the ending of Yahushua, and we ought to walk in that same like manner, man. So that now it's our turn. So that when we do it, we're going to receive our crown of life. But Yahushua had to die first.
And I think the concept of death is this westernized mind frame of the concept of death. They have made it to something it shouldn't be. It tells you to cry when someone's born and smile when they die, because you know they don't have to be in this wickedness anymore. Okay, but it's been embedded in us to mourn the death, and I mean it's just a natural thing now, because you're really mourning memories, all the good times and bad times that you had with a person. That's what you're mourning. Because if it wasn't, then if you really, let's say you had a dad and you really didn't know him and he died. Like Tupac said in a song,
I couldn't cry.
He passed away and I didn't cry because my anger wouldn't let me feel for a stranger. So I can't feel nothing that I had no memories with, but it's the same thing. You know what I'm saying? So you have to understand, bro, death isn't a bad thing. It's just a reset in energy.
Yeah.
Okay? Your energy is being reset. Truth be told, a lot of you motherfuckers need to die. You need death. Because to come back on the other side, you'll be set in righteousness now, to where you'll learn the ways of Yahweh Shem Yahushua, and everything will be better with you. It's a lot of niggas out there, bro. And nigga don't mean your skin color. Straight up. Now let me grab you got a precept, another precept, anything?
Oh yeah.
Go ahead.
Let me this is 1 John 4 and 18. All right, because it say there is no fear in love. See, his mind was set and he understood his mission, so he had no fear. That spirit of fear was out. It was gone. All right. It say there's no fear in love. All right. So being that he loved us so much, he had no fear. But perfect love casted out fear. You see, and Yahushua had that perfect love towards us, man, and they casted out fear. And that's why he went through with what that's why he say the cup that my Father give me, I shall drink it. Right. All right. It say because fear had torment. You see, if he would have had the fear on him, that fear have torment, it would have played on his mind like, oh, I can't do this. So then you back out. You see, it say, and he that feared is not made perfect in love. You see, but Yahushua was made perfect in love for us. Right. Okay, let me get Matthew 16, 24 and 25. 24 and 25. Right. All right, this is Matthew 16, verse 24. Then said Yahushua unto his disciples, if any man will come after me, let him deny himself and take up his cross and follow me. This is a mindset. Okay? This is a mindset. You move yourself out of the way. Okay? You take you and you totally put him out the picture. Because following Yahushua means you do the things and maneuver how Yahushua moved when he was here. He was about Yahweh's business. Okay? He was about the Father's business. And it was no time to be on no sideways shit. Okay? You have to be about business to the end. Go ahead. It say, for verse 25, for whosoever will save his life shall lose it, and whosoever will lose his life for my sakes shall find it.
So you can't get caught up in this physical, bruh. You have to be a spiritual person. You cannot get caught up in this physical, because that will right there will get you killed. If you so caught up in the physical, when they come in with those microchips and they see everything, and you see everything in a worldly sense, in a worldly aspect, the thing you do now is you react in a worldly aspect. You become as a worldly person, to where now you're acting off emotion and feeling. Like so, if they physically threaten you to kill your family, now you're acting off of the physical. Spiritually, you know, Yahweh Shem Yahushua can raise them up just like that. What if the Lord put a spirit on the men to see where your faith stands? Take this chip, and then it was just a test of your faith, and they walk out and don't do nothing. You know what I'm saying? It's crazy, bro. You can't get tied up in the physical, but you have to know the mission and know it's a spiritual mission that's played out in a physical form. Okay, got anything else?
It say, oh yeah, this is Isaiah 50 and verse 5. It say, the Lord power had opened my ear, and I was not rebellious, neither turned away back. All right, so what the Lord basically gave him, you know, this truth and understanding. All right. So being that, now you have someone that is in the know and in this truth and doing the works. Verse 6, I gave my back to the smiters, and my cheek to them that plucked off the hair. I hid not my face from shame and spitting. All right, so what? You know that what you're subject to. So what? Put in your mind and you just go forth with it. All right, it say for... And see this, that's following in the ways of Yahushua, man, because that's what Yahushua did. When you're reading Isaiah, when you're reading the book of Isaiah, I think it's like what 53, 53, and it's in the 50s, but it say that what Yahushua was brought as a sheep to the slaughter, and he said nothing.
Right.
You see, verse 7, it say, for the Lord power will help me, therefore shall I. No, hold on, I think I skipped something. No, I didn't skip nothing. All right, Salaki, it say, for the Lord power will help me, therefore shall I not be confounded. Therefore I have set my face like a flint, and I know that I shall be not ashamed.
Focused. Okay, so we hope this is edifying to the elect. We want to give all praise, honor, and glory to Yahweh, by Hashem, Yahushua, by Hashem, Kakadash. Double honor to the Apostle of the Great Millstone, who rule and teach well. Peace and blessing to you, brothers, throughout the four winds, pushing this truth and sincerity. Hold on, we're almost out of this thing, brothers. Shalom.
Shalom.